So you mentioned the Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell. It's worth noting. I don't know if you know this, Tim, but Luka Doncic is not currently playing basketball. And I don't know if you know this, but Luka Doncic, his team, they played today.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Luka that has a higher body fat percentage than both of us combined. But I guess, okay. Yeah.
Just a drive-by.
Yeah. All right.
Just a drive-by. No, right. He's nursing an ankle right now. I'm not even worried about Luka. The problem,
I mean, it's amazing it didn't happen earlier.
The thing is, well, I mean, it's not like he's exercising or anything when we have hurt the ankle.
I'm just saying you got the extra weight coming down when you bounce.
Well, but he doesn't go up.
No. Yeah. Him and Jokic are they're ground players.
Yeah, they got set shots.
Yeah.
But so the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks, they played a game today. And the Utah Jazz lost against a Mavs team without Luka Doncic. I don't have many thoughts other than y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, we're at the point where the Sixers were last year, I guess, with them, where all that's missing is the really bad exit interviews after a bad playoff loss.
Yeah.
This is where the Sixers were last year. I'm not the guy that loves blowing it up. My thing is, why don't we try to be better?
Yeah.
You guys thought about just trying to be better, about getting more pieces in. It doesn't seem like Mitchell wants to be there. Those rumors have been around forever. Gobert is liked by 0 people in the NBA. That matters to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't see it. I've never seen it with this team. I've never been afraid of them. I'm not worried about them. They're hardly even on my mind when I was considering who might give us a good series.
So just for posterity, do you want to know who the leading scorer was for the Dallas Mavericks today?
I think it was Brunson.
It was Jalen Brunson with 41.
Yeah.
And then Maxi Kleber, 25 points off the bench, 8 for 11 from 3, which were all of his field goal attempts.
Yeah, I mean, Donovan Mitchell shot 13 for 30 today.
Yeah.
That's a thing that happened. So,
yeah.
Against nobody, by the way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, guys.
I have nothing. I have nothing else. I'm perfectly comfortable with moving on. I just wanted to point out, just because it makes me happy, the Utah Jazz lost in a game that it shouldn't have even really been that close.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Luka stopped drinking sweet tea, and that
story incredible.
I think it's amazing that he's just got like a what's the Tom Segura podcast? He's got like a thirst buster of sweet tea, just walking around. Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
Just walking. But Luka was sweet tea. Yeah. He was going and loading up in this big old thing. He's just carrying it around. Like, that's bad. That doesn't seem good. No, it's the thing with Luka. I don't like the whole coming in to the season fat. Chris Paul used to play himself into shape, but he never showed up just humongous.
He never showed up like Raymond Felton.
Yeah, no, where you were just like, Jesus, like, do you need to
you look like the most talented dude at like Lifetime.
No, I mean, he looked like someone who you'd be worried about him going in for the high school physical, where you're like, can he hold his breath as long as you need to? Like, you just like, Jesus. Like, that's where he was at when he came in. And by the way, people think it's gotten better. Only slightly. That's literally only from game time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The Luka thing really bugs me because I liked him coming in, and obviously he's incredible to watch when he's on.
Yeah.
But these heliocentric offenses are not my favorite to watch. And his whole, I guess, demeanor and approach to life is not one that I'm super gung-ho about.
So I just heard in my ear someone say heliocentric. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because we have another game that we need to talk about.
Yeah, my favorite one of the day.
So this is the game that I took notes.
Yeah.
So Toronto, Philly. I've got a lot. I want to start with kind of a funny note. So in the first quarter, there was, I think like 3 minutes into the game, there was a shoving match. So do we think Embiid is a guy that would actually fight? Because we saw yesterday on the 17th, Jimmy Butler and Trae Young, who I would like to nominate as 2 recipients of the Fake Tough Guy Award. Yeah. 2 guys that very much want the reputation of, I'll beat your ass. I'll see you in the tunnel. Like, they point to the tunnel a lot, but then just kind of sit down on the bench.
Like Jokic, by the way.
Yeah.
Which, hey, Jokic's brothers. I'm not saying, like, if you see me, it's on site, but
I got you. No, we're fine.
Just, you think we're okay?
I think
we're against fine. The Jokic brothers. All right.
Well, against both of the brothers?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want them being like it's on site.
I doubt
or whatever they text or whatever they tweeted out.
I mean, I've been training a little this and that.
Yeah, no,
I think we might have a chance, but
I respect it.
They're pretty big dudes, and usually my advantage would be that I am larger. That would be neutralized pretty heavily. So the more I think about it, I think we have like a 0% chance against the Jokic brothers. But if it was just against Jokic, I think we would have a good chance. So, but no, do we think Embiid is a fighter?
I don't.
No?
Embiid, I don't think he'd actually do it. I don't think he'd actually take the swing.
Yeah.
I think he would do what Jokic did last year when he got all
just
ass hurt and started like chest bumping Booker.
Yeah.
Who was about 7 inches shorter than him. I think that's what it would be. So
was it Campaign that he hit?
I believe it was Payne.
The smallest guy on the roster.
And then Booker was like, what the fuck?
That's
and then he put his chest into him.
That's right.
Yeah, that was cool. Awesome stuff.
So on a scale of 1 to fuck yes, how happy are you that James Harden just looks like a complete shell of himself? Or how about this? It looks like a total fat suit of himself.
It's a long con for me with some guys in the league. Tony has a gift for finding people early who are going to be good. Tony famously went to one of Booker's first games.
No, not one of. His first game in Phoenix.
Played his first game, and he texted me saying this guy's going to be great. And he's never texted me that about another Suns player, which actually is surprising to me. Tony has a knack for finding people that are going to be good early.
Because we don't normally get them.
No. I can spot the people who are going to flame out eventually. Yeah. It's one of my dark gifts. And Harden has been on the radar for a long, long time.
We're looking at you, Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is up there. I don't even want to say the other names right now because I'm not doing so well on some of them. But the Harden thing, if you're going to be a professional athlete and have such open disregard for your well-being, your health, and you're going to play the sport in a way that is so gross and disgusting.
Terrible.
That karma, the basketball gods, whatever you want to say, just throw up while they're watching it, can't last forever. I did the freak out when he came to Philly. I did it. It looked great for a week. I did it on this podcast.
The first couple dates are always great. The first time you spend the night, it's great. There's no problems. There's no arguments. There's no, hey, now that we've been out a few times, now we're actually having to make decisions on where we want to go eat. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Then you start having those arguments. It's percolating, and we're there. And it was a very short amount. It only had to marinate for just a little bit. Didn't take that long.
I was watching the game with my girlfriend on the couch, She watched his before halftime buzzer beater shot where he dribbled the air out of the ball for 23 seconds and took a step back. And she's like, wow, that was a bad shot. Like, just doesn't watch basketball. The only time she's ever.
Is this one of those moments? My 3-year-old son came in today and said, Dad.
Yeah, no, it's not one of those. I love those, but it's not one of those. Doesn't watch basketball. The only basketball game I can confirm she's seen is one I took her to. And she was like, that doesn't seem like a good shot. I'm like, no, because it was gross as hell. Yeah. So, he's a good third option, I guess, now.
Oh, I mean, yeah, behind Maxey, behind Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey, the only two people that are younger than him to score 38.
I love Maxey. Hot take, Magic, obviously, but
Magic and LeBron. Only two that have scored 38 that were younger than Maxey.
Whoa, hold on.
In a playoff game.
Hold on. Say that again because I'm going to cut that out. What did you just say?
He is the third youngest player in NBA history to score 38 in a playoff game. The only two that were younger were Magic and LeBron. That's it. That's the list.
Really?
That's the list.
Tyrese Maxey. Good for you. Good for you, kid. He's everything that I want to say about James Harden, the fact that he just can't get by anybody anymore, but he's big enough to where he can get in the paint and then just put his head down, wait until there's contact, and then flail every limb up in the air and hope that the ball goes towards the rim and hope that he gets a call. Tyrese Maxey doesn't do that at all. Tyrese Maxey is very fun to watch. He is the diamond in the manure pile. That is,
TNT announcers actually called Harden the strongest player in the NBA today. I think it was Weber. They were like, he's the strongest player. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, what are you talking about? They had this whole like jerk off session to him. We had like 14 points with 4 minutes left in the fourth. Like, it's like, what's going on?
Vaunted strong man, mentally tough, great teammate.
Yeah,
legend Chris Webber.
It was garbage. I hated every second of it. Yeah. But it was like this weird, like, it was kind of like what they used to do with Manning on Monday Night Football that last year.
Oh, his handoffs. Oh, yeah, my God.
Like,
he knows which side to go to.
It's just terrible. But I'm actually enjoying it because I don't know why ASU has produced some of the most unlikable
Barry Bonds,
Harden.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough.
But then Pat Tillman. So like on the complete opposite spectrums.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's one of those things that's like
all over the place.
It's all over the place.
And then Michael Phelps. I don't think anyone's called him Mike Phelps.
Yeah, he doesn't go to he didn't go to ASU though.
I thought he did,
coaches
no?
There. No, he just coaches there.
Yeah. He's ingratiated himself so well in the community.
100%. But the Raptors, I'm sorry, you don't have it. How many picks is a coach worth? Nick Nurse would be at the top of the list for most people as to how much they would give up for him.
Which the last time we did that, it worked out great for Brad Stevens.
Still can't overcome it. There's a reason coaches make about 1/10 of the max guys on their team. It's well known. A coach can make a difference, but it's mostly a mental difference. And he can't really change the physical differences when you've got Fred VanVleet taking most of your shots.
Which, by the way, hey, Fred, we love you here. At the
love to have you in Phoenix.
Fred, you are a great good NBA player. If Fred VanVleet's your highest
number
volume
1, 2,
shooter,
and 3 out, yeah, no, not good.
It's not what you want.
In a playoff game, it's not good. Their saving grace is that Matisse Thybulle can't play road games for them. So I guess maybe they can steal one in Toronto. I would expect them to win game 3. If I was a betting man, it's one of the best bets going when a team's up 2-0 and they're going home or down 2-0 going home.
Did you see after Tyrese Maxey had like this high energy play, he got a layup. And then because Harden was open, he started yelling at him. Did you see that?
I saw it. I saw a lot of awful Harden stuff that if you're not paying attention to, you'll never see. But the stupid, like, his whole I only pass if it's less than 3 seconds on the shot clock thing is like, I hate it. I hate it so much because it kind of diminishes. Like when people look back at the Nash stats, they think that's what it was, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
Like he was getting those assists with like 18 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah.
And was setting people up like that. That's what made 11 assists a game, 13 assists a game that impressive. The Harden thing, I hate it. I hate watching it. I still hate watching it. I don't think Embiid enjoys it anymore.
Embiid is doing it. Embiid's playing now. Okay. Is Embiid as bad about it as Harden is? No. But now, I mean, they took 30 free throws today. League average is 21. They took 30.
It's, it's a good point. I just
they're such a bummer to watch. Like, unless you're a 76ers fan, they are what the Rockets used to be. And gee, I wonder why that's the case. It's because James Harden's a bummer to watch. He just is. He's taken advantage. He's taken advantage of all the different loopholes in the rules, which, hey, by the way, I'm not one of those guys where it's like, oh, it should be a foul, all this stuff. It is. He's figured out a way to maximize his not willing to work hardness, and he's been able to take the shortcuts that have been availed to him.
He's found every shortcut. Yeah.
And you know what? Hey, he's made, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars.
I think he's the highest paid in terms of NBA salary right now.
Great. So he's obviously winning in that regard.
Congratulations.
But as someone who watches, I mean, especially the playoffs, 98% of the action, and the only 2% is when there's multiple games on, and my eyes can't literally be watching 2 games at once. It's just a bummer. It's aesthetically displeasing, and it's just boring because it's just, you know what I don't like doing? I don't like just watching someone dribble the air out of the ball, and then when it's like 6 seconds left, I'm just going to literally run forward until I can't run forward anymore. Then I'm going to fall, and as I'm falling, just throw the ball up. And then if I don't get a call, I'm going to get up, have my arms extended out like this, and act like the referee just saw me got shot in the back of the head and, said that there's no blood, so no foul.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It sucks.
It does suck. We're going to be doing a lot more of these games. Our goal is to be doing a lot more of these pods throughout the playoffs as we go.
Absolutely.
You'll be hearing from us a lot over the next few weeks. Our goal is to break down most of, if not every playoff game in some meaningful fashion.
Or non-meaningful. Or non-meaningful.
Not everything has to mean something. Sometimes it just happens, like the Heat Hawks game the other night. So, Tony.
That's a perfect way to end this.
We have a TikTok. Follow us, Tim and Tony Pod.
Yes.
I am on Instagram at LeDuc32. Tony, where are you?
I'm at TFelix3412 and on TikTok at TFelix3412. Someone stole 3412.
We're everywhere. Follow the pod. Keep listening. We'll have a lot more episodes coming up.
And follow the YouTube channel, guys. Tim and Tony Pod. Thank you so much. And of course, I one of these days I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to cut every single one because I've
done that.
No, we haven't done it yet.
Oh,
so because I always add in different names, and I think it would be really cool if I did like a super cut of all of them to see who all of the people that I've named in it have been.
You'll be seeing that as a TikTok.
Absolutely. So, Ted Cruz, James Harden, Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Robert Sarver.
That's a good one.
You got anybody? Please go Fuck yourself.